Hey everybody. Well, there's some sad news from Thailand today when a Royal Thai Police Twin Otter crashed on a post-maintenance flight as they were taking up some Thai police officers to make a skydive right after checking the plane out for maintenance. Apparently the plane lost power on one of the engines at low altitude right after takeoff from the Hua Hin airport, and they didn't get very high, probably about 700-800 feet. And witnesses on the ground said that the plane, they heard one of the engines throttle back, lose power, and the plane continued to climb until it spun into the right engine. Sounds like a classic VMC roll where you get going too slow and the good engine rolls the plane over into a corkscrew pattern, and they were just too low to pull out of it. Let's take a look at the video here. You can see here they didn't get very far offshore. Looks like they hit pretty hard. There were 6 police officers on board. They pulled 5 of them out. 5 of them were, deceased already. One of them died on the way to the hospital. You can see it rolling in almost vertically, the classic VMC roll. Looks like they're probably had the right engine still operating and it's spinning to the left. Yeah, that's tragic. And they're way too low for any of the skydivers to get out. 400, 500 feet. When we're flying skydivers, you're lower than 1,000 feet. You're probably not going to make it on your reserve even. Yeah, they're just right offshore. Well, this is really too bad, and especially because the Twin Otter is a really capable aircraft. This is a 400 series, one of the new ones. They just started making them again a couple years ago. At least that's what their report is. And if it was one of the new ones, you would think everything would be working, including the auto feather. If they had it on, you can disable it. But that doesn't mean you can fly it as slow as possible. That just feathers it for you automatically. And this is one of the things that, right now I'm just speculating. It sure looks like they got too slow and, VMC roll in. And I really stress on people that are flying multi-engine airplanes. Yes, you're supposed to go to VY right away. That's blue line. That is your single engine best rate of climb. But you don't need to be that slow if you don't have to be. If you don't have an obstacle you need to clear, you can give yourself a 5-knot buffer. That allows you to make a mistake when you're trying to fix whatever's wrong. They're out over the ocean. They didn't have to climb at all. They could have used all that altitude to fly a little bit faster. You don't have to climb if you maintain altitude, or even down 100 feet a minute, but maintain control of the airplane. If you get too slow and you VMC it, especially that low, it's game over. And this is what I've seen time and time again in the multi-engine crashes over the last few years. Pilots are crashing the plane not because they run out of altitude when they're flying on one engine. It's because they run out of speed and they VMC it. It drives me nuts when I see a pilot that stalls the plane in from 1,000, 1,500 feet, or even as low as 400 feet. You have to keep the plane flying. If you stall it, it's not going to end well. Yeah, unfortunately, this happened way too low for any of the skydivers to get out. Under 1,000 feet with the plane rolling like that, there's no chance you're going to get out and use your parachute. So it's not unusual that there aren't parachutes out in the scene. But you got to keep your speed up. You got to control that aircraft, and it's just too bad this didn't happen. A Twin Otter with just 6 people on board, even if it had full fuel, would be able to fly on one engine all day long. So it's really a tragedy. Anyway, that's all I got for now. Thanks for watching. And as always, don't forget to keep your speed up.